Magandang hapon, Pilipinas at buong mundo. Naitay Kapuso, pahiram po ng 20 minutes ng inyong hapon. Ako po si Boy, and welcome to Fast Talk with Boy Abunda. Sa lahat po ng kasama natin sa Facebook at YouTube, sa lahat ng nakikinig po sa Dizzy Double B, welcome to the program. Ang bisita ho natin ngayong hapon, she is beautiful, she's smart, and she is blessed. Naitay Kapuso, please welcome Miriam Kiambao.
Hi, Tito Boy.
Thank you. Maraming
having
salamat.
me.
You are lovely.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, meron ka bang sinusunod na ritual or regimen? You look gorgeous.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yes.
Coming from you.
Yes.
Sinusunod ko lately is I'm cutting down on sugar, carbs, rice, pasta, maximizing a lot of vegetables and protein. And then I try to go to the gym about mga 2 to 3 times a week. I'm trying to get back into running. And my goal is to run a marathon for my 50th birthday next year.
Ganda. That's a wonderful goal. Pero doon lang ako sa cutting down on. Kasi marami sa ating mga kababayan, nanay, tatay, ang sumusubok talaga doon. It's hard.
Oh, yeah.
Paano ang, meron ka bang technique? Ako because I tried.
Okay.
Oh, pero nahihirapan talaga ako dahil kinalakhan ko ang kanin.
Ay, totoo yan. Lahat tayo.
Right, di ba?
Oo.
So, paano? Is there a technique that you do kaya nababawasan ang carbs, ang Lord, pasta, rice?
Yeah, well, it started when I consulted with my OB-GYN, si Dr. Becky Singson. Sabi niya, you know, you are pre-diabetic.
Oh.
And your body, since you're already 49, your body is not properly digesting carbs and sugars anymore. So you're gonna have to cut down on sugar. From now on, sugar and carbs are poison to your body. There's so much literature out there now saying that sugar and carbs can be detrimental. It promotes inflammation to the body. It promotes aging.
Tama.
So cutting it down is really beneficial for us.
No, kanina sabi mo, aging. You're never afraid to grow old.
If I succumb to the fear, it's not going to work for me. It's not going to be good for me. But I've known for quite a long time, especially ever since I've come to know the Lord, that my true worth does not come from what I look. It comes from God Himself and how He sees me.
But was there a point in your life when hindi ito yung pananaw mo sa pagtanda?
Totoo, lalo na nung very, very active ako sa showbiz. Very recent from having won in the pageant. Siyempre, bago nung pageant, I was just a simple girl. I knew that what my identity was not, you know, this world. Pero having been exposed to show business, it's so tempting, right? So, nalulun din ako dun sa fame was like my God, money was like my God. I based my identity on being a celebrity, on being a beauty queen, on what I have, who I know, how much money I have, where I've been, my achievements. But I realized that all of those fade. In fact, even though I was at the top of my career, I was making a lot of money, my shows were beating the kalaban, pero it felt so empty.
Okay.
And so sabi ko, parang wala nang meaning ang mundong ito. Siguro pag nagkaroon ako ng pamilya, meron na akong meaning. And so, as you probably heard in my past, I met this Italian, he pursued me, he proposed. And of course, he was my dream man. So, I said yes, and he swept me off my feet. We got married in Boracay. I left everything and moved to Hong Kong. But after 2.5 years, I found myself heartbroken. He fell in love with a much younger Brazilian model.
Noong araw na na-realize mo that you were betrayed, ipinagpalit ka sa isang mas batang Brazilian model, ano yung unang reaksyon mo?
Siyempre galit.
Galit.
Betrayal. Parang rejection. Teka, iniwan ko ang lahat para sa'yo, tapos ipagpapalit mo ko sa mas bata? Anong mabibigay niya sa'yo?
Did you go through that confrontation? Did you tell him?
Hindi eh. Kasi at the time when he told me that he wanted a divorce, sabi ko, why? Is there someone else? And he admitted. Sabi ko, sige, whatever makes you happy. Also because during the time, yung relationship namin, hindi niya naiintindihan that I was in search of meaning. I was in search of fulfillment in life, meaning that I couldn't even see in our marriage. And I felt like if I stayed within that marriage, I was gonna get sick and I was gonna die. So when he sent me home, sabi ko, ayokong iwan ang relationship na ito kasi ako ang legal wife at gusto kong ipaglaban, pero dahil sobrang sakit nito, kailangan ko ng support ng parents ko. Kaya ako umuwi. Pero ayaw na niya akong pabalikin.
Paano mo natagpuan si RD? Your husband today.
Oh, this was many, many years later. After I have given myself in the Lord and He has restored every aspect of my life, yung inayos niya yung takbo ng isip ko, hinil niya ako dun sa depression ko, sa suicidal thoughts ko, binalik niya yung trabaho, nakabayad ako sa utang, na-scam ako ng life savings ko, pero na-recover yon.
How did that scam happen? What kind of scam?
Meron akong isang friend na partner ko sa pag-invest sa mga foreclosed properties.
Okay.
Pero nung nakapangasawa ko, lumipat ako sa Hong Kong, siya nag-manage nun. Tapos marami siyang mga iniimbitahan to co-invest with her. Ang problema, minismanage niya yung funds, walang check and balance. So ngayon, lahat ng mga utang sa bangko, hindi niya nababayaran. Tapos narimata lahat ng mga properties. Millions ang ininvest ko doon, life savings.
Right.
Nag-file kami ng class suit against her, napakulong siya. Mahaba ang kwento ng kaso.
Okay. Paano pumasok si RD sa buhay mo? Was it in church? I mean...
No, he was actually introduced to me by Anthony Pangilinan.
si Anthony.
Soon, pagkatapos kong mahiwalay at umuwi ako dito,
From Hong Kong.
na-encounter ko si Anthony sa isang hotel sa Makati. Partner kasi sila sa isang training company.
Okay.
So, napadaan siya, malapit ako sa CR, nagkasalubong kami. Tapos, pakilala kita sa partner ko. Inintroduce niya ako kay RD. Pero, at that time, buhay pa yung wife ni RD. So, it was just a chance encounter, just a simple introduction. And then later on, there was another introduction when I was uma-attend ako ng mga success seminars na binibigay ng kumpanya ni RD. Siya yung naging mentor ko habang sinusulat ko yung libro ko, pero buhay pa yung wife niya. A year later, nabalitaan na lang namin na matay yung wife niya. Nagpunta kami ng classmates ko doon sa wake. At nakita ko how he loved his wife. Sabi ko kay God, God, I want a love like that. Hindi naman si RD hiningi ko. Yung ganong pagmamahal. So during this time, umaasa ako na yung guy na crush ko, ipurpursue ako.
Yung crush mo.
Yung crush ko, pero na-intercept na naman siya ng ibang babae. So ngayon, inis na ako sa guy na to. God, sino ba talaga yung God's best na prepare mo sa akin? Ang impression ni God sa heart ko, mamimit mo siya on my birthday. So 3 weeks before my birthday, may nag-surprise sa akin ng birthday cake. So nag-blow ako ng kandila, Lord, I wish for a love life on my birthday. Tapos, pagbukas ng mata ko, may binulong si God sa puso ko. Ang bulong na yon ay isang pangalan. Ang pangalan ay RD.
Oh.
And when I was hosting 700 Club as a volunteer, on the night of my birthday, RD showed up. A week later, pinursu niya ako. And after 10 months of courtship, kinasal kami noong March 25, 2014.
At 43, you had Elijah. 46, you had Ziki.
2 miracle babies.
Diba? Dalawang miracle sa iyong buhay. How joyful was that to be a mother?
Oh, super, super joyful. Parang, siguro kung ano yung love ng Diyos Ama para sa akin, ganun din ang pakiramdam ko sa mga anak ko. Na-imagine ko, actually even more, yung pagmamahal ng Diyos Ama para sa atin, ganun ang pakiramdam ko sa mga anak ko na kaya kong i-sacrifice pati buhay ko
Para sa kanila.
for them.
Para sa kanila. That's really a blessing and a miracle. And we have to do fast talk.
Yes.
We have to do fast talk. But beautiful, beautiful story. Napaka-inspiring. We have 2 minutes to do this and our time begins now. Miriam o Kikiam?
Miriam.
City life, beach life.
Beach life.
Camping, glamping.
Glamping.
Beauty queen, bangon queen.
Bangon Queen.
Pamewang pose o sakit ulo pose?
Pamewang.
Hosting or acting?
Hosting.
Forever beautiful or forever sexy?
Forever beautiful.
Swimwear, long gown?
Long gown.
Morning workout or night out?
Morning workout.
Family time or me time?
Both.
Okay, guilty or not guilty? Nakipag-date sa artista?
Guilty.
Guilty or not guilty? Niligawan ng politiko?
Not guilty.
Guilty or not guilty? Nagwalwal dahil heartbroken?
Guilty.
Guilty or not guilty? Chinismis ng katrabaho?
Guilty.
Guilty or not guilty? Ng block ng basher?
Guilty.
Guilty or not guilty? May nakatarayang beauty queen?
Guilty.
Guilty or not guilty? Unang nangangalabit kay mister?
Sabay kami.
Mabuting ina o mapagmahal na asawa?
Pareho.
Masayang buhay, masaganang pamumuhay?
Pareho.
One word, describe yourself as a woman.
Godly.
One word, describe yourself as a mother.
Loving.
One word, describe yourself as a wife.
Helpmate.
Paborito mong ginagawa kay RD?
Alam mo na.
Paborito mong ginagawa sa ni RD?
Alam mo na rin.
Is that lights on or lights off?
Dim lights.
Happiness or chocolates?
Chocolate.
Best time for chocolates?
Alam mo na.
Kaharap mo ang iyong 24-year-old self. Ano ang sasabihin mo?
God has a plan for you. Put your hope in Him.
You have to listen. You have to listen and you have to hear that whisper. Hindi natin pwedeng hindi pag-usapan, Miriam, ang, this classic story of Miss Universe. Habang ikay naglalakad in your gown, ikay natapilok, and then you went on to win first runner-up of the contest, and you went for the Q&A. I remember even the question about the Miss Universe winner, kung halimbawa siya'y mabubuntis, siya ba'y dapat pang payagan magpatuloy ng kanyang reign. Ang mga kasagutan sa mga katanungang ito sa pagbabalik po ng Fast Talk with Boy Abunda. Kami nagbabalik po dito sa Fast Talk with Boy Abunda. Kasama po natin Miriam Kembao. Take me back to that evening. Long gown, and then you tripped. Walk me through that moment. Ano ba ang nangyari noon talaga?
So, nasa likod ako ng curtains. Hinihintay ko na tawagin yung Miss Philippines.
Let's pretend you're behind the curtain. Sige nga.
Okay.
Ito yung gusto ko talagang malaman. So, nasa likod ka ng kurtina, and then?
Tapos tinawag, Miss Philippines. So, syempre, sachet akong ganyan. Pose ako dito. Tapos, pre-practice ko to 100 times a day sa Venezuela. Nag-trading ako doon 1 week.
Okay.
Just to make sure that this moment was going to be perfect. Pero alam nyo nang nangyari, di ba? Something unpredictable, unexpected happened.
Unexpected happened.
So I was walking sa Sheying, navigating the stairs. Tapos dahil humaba yung gown ko because of the beads that was placed by Antonio Baraza, humaba. Tapos yung 4-inch heels ko.
In the gown?
In the gown.
Beads. Okay.
Naglagay siya ng Swarovski beads. Tapos yung 4-inch heels ko, naapakan yung tail ng gown pagdating dun sa bottom ng stairs. So ngayon nadulas ako. Ganyan. Napasigaw ako in my mind, oh my God! Ganyan. Tapos buti na lang, naka-recover ako na para lang ako may pinulot sa floor.
Okay.
And then, it was just so fast. Pero nagdesisyon ako in my heart, sabi ko, tatapusin ko yung nasimulan ko. Bangon akong ganyan. Tapos ikot ako, aba, yung buong auditorium, pumapalakpak, sabi ko, bibigyan ko sila ng drama.
Ang ganda.
Pero hindi nila alam, Tito Boy. Parang kinakabahan ako, parang 1,000 elepante tumatakbo sa puso ko, tapos nagiginig yung tuhod ko sa gown. Pero syempre, smile.
Oo. At saka presence. No, pero during that time, pumunta ka pa ng Venezuela para mag-train.
Yes.
Hindi katulad ngayon na pumupunta na sila dito for training.
Oo, wala pang ano noon.
Wala pa nun mga aces and queens, mga kagandahang flores, wala pang mga pasarela training.
Wala pa.
Wala pang mga Q&A training.
Wala pa.
What?
Everything I learned, meron naman, like si Abigail Arenas, nagbibigay siya. Nagbibigay siya sa yung mga beauty queen winners.
Right. Oo. Pero yung Q&A, naalala ko, if the queen would get pregnant, do you think she should be allowed to continue her reign? Parang ganun ang tanong sa'yo noon. Oo.
Controversy yun kasi nabuntis si Miss Guam during the pre-pageant.
Tama. Oo. So, what was going on in your mind nung tinanong ka nun? Dahil ang sagot, naalala mo ang sagot mo?
Oo, naalala ko na I said something like, oh, that's a very difficult situation. Sinimula ko ng nega, kaya siguro hindi nila nagustuhan.
Hindi, parang you were also buying time. Kasi syempre, mahirap yung tanong.
Oo. Tapos sabi ko, well, I believe that she should continue if she has been a good example and had pursued the goals of being a Miss Universe. And I think she should continue.
Would you have the same answer today if you were asked?
Now that I'm a mother, I would probably say the priority when you're pregnant is to take care of your body. And the rigorous demands of being a beauty queen, of traveling and meetings here and there, might cause a lot of stress for a pregnant woman. So
Right.
I believe that it would be best and wise for her to step down.
Panalo.
Yun ang
Ganda, no? You're coming from experience now.
Yes.
From a certain kind of wisdom that... How old are you then? How old are you then?
I was 24.
24. You were 24. Yung that pose na parehong kamay mo nakalagay
Ganyan.
dito. Ano yun? Naituro sa'yo o normal mo yun?
Tinuro sa akin sa Venezuela.
Okay. Kasi ikaw, nakaganyan ka, pero naglalakad.
Oo, tinuro sa
Ang ganda tingnan. At saka the pasarela, your walk was very distinct. Wala pa noon mga pangalan ho nung mga walk-walk, di ba? It was a Miriam Kiambao walk.
Yun na, that would be the name I would call it now.
Yeah, di ba? It's the MQ walk.
Yes.
How disappointing was it? Okay, latag. You know, I was watching the interview of EJ Obiena, the number 4 in the pole vault sa Olympics.
Oh.
Alam mo, ang galing-galing niya. You know, everybody I think was praying na sana, maka-bronze, maka-silver, gano'n. When he placed 4th, parang first runner-up yan. Sabi niya, okay lang ako number 7, number 6, wag lang number 4.
Totoo, kasi dun konti
Did you have
lang,
that
diba?
feeling?
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Pero it was heightened nung naramdaman ko yung sayang from the Filipino community. Siyempre, everyone was rooting for me. Nung nadapa ako, parang biglang bumulusok yung fame ko as a Miss Philippines representative globally. So, nung nanalo ako ng first runner-up, actually, alam ko na yun nung sumagot pa lang ako eh.
You had...
Tapos narinig ko yung sagot ni Botswana, ay positive yung sagot niya, sa tingin ko, siya panalo.
You had that sense na?
I had that sense. And maybe, because I heard her answer, and I thought, in my opinion, her answer was better, doon ako nag-decide, okay, siya na panalo. So, siguro, I gave up just before the announcement. Doon siguro yun eh. Just to be honest, you know.
No, but I get that. I'm hearing this for the first time from you. Please.
Oh,
Mia.
thank you.
Because you're so current. You know, sabi mo, how long ago?
25 years.
25 years ago. If somebody were to move, and this is not meant to flatter you, and this comes from the bottom of my heart, kung merong kikilos the way you did it today, what a winner.
Thank you.
Last question. Do you believe in hell and do you believe in heaven?
Yes, I believe that both exist.
Okay. As a last question, katuwaan lang. Kung meron kang isasama sa langit, sino? Not family, not RD, not children.
Ikaw.
Ay, salamat. Salamat, Miriam. Kung meron kang isasama sa impyerno, sino?
Hindi ako pupunta doon, kaya wala akong isasama doon.
No, but I'll stop there. Miriam, thank you. Thank you for being here. Maraming salamat. I really had so much fun. Thank you.
Thank you, Tito Boy.
Maraming salamat. Thank you for your story. Thank you for all that you are and all that you do for others. Thank you for being so inspiring.
Thank you.
Maraming salamat. Thank you. At maraming salamat po, Naitay, Kapuso, sa inyong pagpapapasok sa amin, sa inyong mga tahanan araw-araw, at sa inyong mga puso na rin. Be kind. Make your nanay and tatay proud. And say thank you. Do one good thing a day and make this world a better place. Goodbye for now, and God bless you.